Islam Dewayne. I just emailed you. It is March the 4th, 2019. I'm at Whole Foods. I brought orange juice and organic vegetable burgers with healthy chips. These are like what we usually buy for $6.99. I'm gonna make this video quick. But I started to feel pressure around my back since I've been here. One of the things I want to bring, because in my videos I speak of breathing tactics. Okay, I don't think those who are sleeping really know how deep this breathing tactic goes. I mean, when you have people behaving like animals, okay, where they're stalking your child, they're stalking you. They're trying to. They have to create. They lie, saying they know you and they don't know you. They're probably running up and down the hall, just trying to say a word to engage where you live at. Just whatever they can to try to engage is really sickening. So sometimes I hear more say, "What's about to happen is going to be a quencher." Because I see it, because people are really mentally unstable. They're mentally unstable, whether they're pale skin, behaving like a savage, the Negro black behaving like a savage, or that which speaks Spanish, Mexican or whatever, behaving like a savage. They're really unstable mentally. And it's to sit around and normalize a behavior that is so uncivilized, like it's like something in their mind, like a code or something, a signal where they don't get it. They don't see why it's uncivilized. So they don't see nothing wrong with the behavior of sending sharp pains, or males behaving like a breeding tool, like a dog, ready running around in heat. The females looking at your son like they're running around in heat. They don't understand. So all I can think about is in this sacred grove where you can meet people in a mental plane. You can imagine what goes on there. They're probably doing all types of sadistic, animalistic sexual behavior there. And that causes people to be possessed and behave more like a savage. And Monty Gray-Bey and I, Rhonda Arrington-Bey, we don't have the code that causes masses to be telepathic. We reject it. But let me tell you something that I experienced today. I told you I don't know anybody personally that speaks from Mexico or anything like that. And I don't see nothing wrong. I just don't know anyone personally. Before I came to Maryland, in all my years, never ever dealt in that culture. But once again, we're dealing with unclean spirits and we're dealing with breeding tactics. Today, I found this so odd. I was at Burger King and this Mexican guy, or brown skin, he had an accent. I don't know, he could be from Mexico or whatever. He was staring because my back was turned, and he was staring, towards me. My back was turned. I didn't know he was behind me, and I saw this visual of this wedding ring. Sometimes I see visuals of the Mexican. Her name Hamima. I'm not saying it looks like her. She's a cook that works there. I see that visual usually attacking a lot. She's a Mexican female that works there. I'm not saying it's her, but it looks like her. Attacking quite a bit. I never had a conversation with her. I don't know her personally. We don't have nothing in common, or have even implied that I have something in common with her. Okay, so this guy, he looked a bit from Mexico, was just staring, and I saw this wedding ring, this visual of this wedding ring appear. Now, this is in the mental plane, and I didn't know the guy was staring until I turned around, and when I turned around, he quickly jumped back and tried to walk back away. Okay, so I told you, those that speak Spanish are filthy and unclean. they have been very sly in trying to engage. Like they either trying to play off like they're a friend or whatever. But all this is a way to gain trust, because they want to possess the mind and the body. And so I found this very interesting because once again, I don't know anybody that speaks Spanish on that level in all my life. But you know, I have never been closed-minded to say I hate them or whatever. I just always, looked at, always like different cultures. So I learned. But for a unclean spirits to not understand how you have to learn how to civilize yourself and respect boundaries. If a woman or another spirit don't want to have anything to do with you, she doesn't have to hate you. She just don't want to have nothing to do with you. If a Hebrew Muslim don't want to have sex with you and breed and have your kids and have mixed kids with you, whatever you are, that doesn't mean she or he is racist. She just don't want to make her line tainted with your line, okay? And she don't have to, or he don't have to. And so for them not to understand that, these unclean spirits, something wrong with them. You don't have to hate to not want to breed with something that's not like you, that does not have a soul, okay? So that's really what's going on, because it's really unclean, it's filthy. And if for them to not, these unclean spirits not get that simple civilized thought to respect boundaries, something is up with the code. All right? Walking around like zombies, ready to breed. Anyway, it's March the 4th, 2019. I'm getting ready to go. It's long.